Hey everyone, welcome to another evening of F.O.C.ing with Phillip. I am going to go through, sorry, we've been waiting on our dog's running in and out. I'm going to sit here and go through my F.O.C. for this week. I think this week we have some absolute Batman stuff, and I think the next book of the Marvel DC crossover for Marvel comes out, which is not comes out, be on F.O.C., which is the Spider-Man Superman book. We'll find out when we get to Penguin. We've already solicited the Superman Spider-Man book. So anyway, as always, tonight we'll be doing Final Order Cutoff. And once again, this is how, if you want to order from your local comic shop or any shop, that you would put in your order if you don't have it on your pull list. This will allow you to get whatever like cover you want, any additional books you might have. But this is when the comic shops order. They'll place orders on Monday. So you really want to have this F.O.C. order in by Sunday afternoon so they can place their order on Monday. So we're just going to kind of go through my whole list here. And it's kind of quick. Some things I already know I'm interested in or not. But if there's ever any questions, just ask questions along the way and we'll do it. So first, as always, I start with Lunar. And once again, this is kind of show you how I do my F.O.C. Everyone does theirs differently. Some people still use a pen and paper, and I just can't do that. No one can read my writing. So isn't that correct? Yeah. So first, we'll start with Lunar distribution. As you let me first share, right? It doesn't really do much good if I don't share my screen here. So we are going to do the entire screen. Do this. I found out after I'd already done one of these that if you don't share the entire screen, you can't see the bar up top. Doesn't really do anybody any good. All right, so here we go. You should be seeing Lunar distribution. Like I said, if you come up top, you'll see lunardistribution.com. This is where comic shops order most of their DC stuff from, Image, Dynamite, and a few others. This is the actual site that they use, but they can obviously log in here. We cannot. But if you scroll down, you will see upcoming F.O.C., and we're going to do it for the 19th, which is Monday. You can see things happen in the future, so you can technically order ahead of time if you want. But this is what we'll be doing, and we will begin. Hey, look, there's absolute Batman stuff, but it's 14, and they're getting second printings of 14, which is, I guess, the first appearance of the absolute Joker. So I don't really need any of that. There's a second printing of 15 on here, too. So they are getting ready to knock out more. Holy crap, that's a creepy cover. All right, anyway, we'll come through here. It looks like absolute. Sorry, I have to take off my glasses here so I can see my screen better. So don't really need any of the second printings, absolute Batman, but there is an absolute Wonder Woman annual on here. So I'm going to scroll to make sure I'm seeing all the covers. I am. So here's all the covers. Hayden Sherman. Haining. I just got to find. I'm going to get it. I just don't know which cover I want. Wow. They're all kind of cool. Medusa. I will. Oh, look, here's the Medusa cover. I don't know. So many choices, right? I think I'm going to get this one, the one with the big eyes and the snake. So the way I do it here is I copy from this page and then I put it in a notepad. And then I will send this to my local comic shop. Once again, mine is Richmond Comics. So we will go from there. Who doesn't need absolute Wonder Woman anymore? Across the Massive Verse, Volume 2. Isn't this the Radiant Red, Radiant Pink? Yep. So I need this trade because I'm getting most of the Massive Verse, which is all the Radiant stuff. Been getting in trade. Then we got Action Comics. I'm not reading actually Action Comics. Hey, they're finally releasing Animal Man in Omnibus. You will not see me getting the DC trades or hardcovers through Lunar. I usually get those through Penguin. So I make sure this was actually on Penguin's F.O.C. last week. So all of that was over there. And I'll be sticking with ordering all my DC stuff or DC trades through Penguin. So if anyone, look, Aquaman 11 gets a second printing. So that was a DC KO tie-in that kind of sold out pretty quick. It was Aquaman versus Hawkman. So I guess he's getting a second printing on that, which I'll be honest is kind of funny because you normally can't sell an Aquaman book, but this one like sold out. And so they're second printing it. 14, it's Aquaman. I'm sorry, I don't care. Archie Comics Digest, Spring Break, don't need it. Astrobots, don't need it. Barbarian Behind Bars. Come on, people. Who doesn't need a barbarian behind bars? That's pretty funny. Okay. Barbaric. All right, Barbaric's pretty funny, but I'm getting those in trades. He has a bloodthirsty, drunken, talking axe, so it's kind of funny. Hey, look, they're reprinting the Batman Adventures Mad Love special #1. They're doing a facsimile of it. Interesting. So if you missed that, then now's your chance. Batman and Robin 30. Hey, it's a Gilliam March cover. It's a cool cover. Batman Beyond Unlimited Compendium. Wow. Hey, look, you can get a Ninja Resin statue if you need a Batman Ninja Resin statue. Sorry. Batman Dark Patterns. This was actually my favorite Batman story from 2025. It was a 12-issue series. It was broken up into 3 different parts. So issues 1 through 3 was a part, 4 through 6. But then when it got to the final 3 parts, which is what 9 through 12, or 10 through 12, it actually brought all of the parts together. It was done so well. It's like the early days of Batman, but I ordered it last week on Penguin. Skipping the Blade Runner. Bleeding Hearts. Hey, all right, so we get the first Vertigo books on F.O.C., and we got Bleeding Hearts #1, which is a Dennis Camp book, and it's about zombies. So I saw a preview of that. Actually, there's a preview copy book of Vertigo. You could probably get at your local comic shop. They kind of came out with like preview books, but it's a zombie book. Whoa, what happened there? Sorry, all my screen went in crazy. I don't know what's going on. We'll stop for a second. Stop. There we go. That was not me. It just had a mind of its own. So Bleeding Heart should be really good. It's Dennis Camp. It has I read the little preview. It's going to deep dive into the definitely the zombie stuff. So it should be pretty interesting. So all the covers are really cool on that. But Gemini, I don't need AI. Leave me alone. Or you can get the connecting covers. Or foil. There we go. So Blood and Thunder has been out for a while. Bone trades. You're going to see a lot of stuff like the Bone that says previously offered through other distributors. That's because Lunar just signed with Scholastic. And so now they're putting the whole Scholastic catalog on there. All right. Court Children at a Round Table. This is a Tom Taylor book. And I've been getting this. I just got to figure out which cover I want. I kind of like the one with the whole crew. We'll get this one. The one nice thing with DC, like I'm getting this B cover instead of the A cover, but the nice thing is it has the A cover underneath it. So technically I'll get this cover also. So it's fine. Conan the Barbarian, don't need. Crownsville, don't need. Yeah, I haven't made it to the Sirens yet, but yeah, that is gonna be a whole different ball game. I already know that they're doing the connecting covers on it, and I knew I was so when we get there. Here's a J. Scott Campbell Batgirl cover, Batgirl statue. Wow. That's really cool. Do you need a J. Scott Campbell Batgirl statue? No? Okay. DCKO number 4. Let's see here. I just kind of want to see all the covers before I pick. I've just been getting the A covers, not AEW or anything like that. All right, we'll come back and we'll just stick with the A cover. This book should be insane after DCKO number 3, which was pretty awesome. Daniel Warren Johnson. Yeah, that's good. That's a good cover. It's funny. I mean, Batman's got to come back at some time, right? So that's cool too, though, right? Like the Versus cover, the Dan Moore Versus cover is pretty cool. All right. Dark Knight's Metal. That's funny. Deadhead. Yeah, their covers on all of those have been really cool. I've really enjoyed all the Dan Moore covers on that. I'll be honest, the Stephanie Hans covers on these Die books, even the original Die books, are probably some of the most beautiful covers I've ever seen on any book ever. They're awesome. Die is such a great book, but I get those in trades. I stay away from the single issue on that. Stories for me, the story's too big. I don't need any of the Dynamite Blood Red books. Don't need DuckTales. Tortured Hearts. We're all good. I guess we're getting into Valentine's, right? So we're doing all the Valentine stuff day. Hey, we're getting into free comic book day stuff. Look at that. Mind management is a part of free comic book day. That's right here. It's funny. Frankenstein the Unconquered. Okay. Free for all. Wow, that is creepy. Oh, it's Patrick. Okay, yeah. Beneath the Trees guy. Yeah. All right. Stay away from all that. Gargoyles, Darkwing Duck. I must have missed that when number 1 was coming out, but I need to stay away from that too. There's a lot of books this week. It's not as many. Geiger. So I do Geiger. I like Geiger a lot. So get this. Hey, it's the end of a story arc. So we're finally going to wrap up that whole thing. That's cool. G.I. Joe. I read G.I. Joe. But I usually just read it at the shop when talk about it there. Looks like we're going to introduce Mask. See the 1 in 100? Wow. Here's a die cut. Regular G.I. Joe. I don't do regular G.I. Joe. Don't do Green Lantern. I will probably start doing Green Lantern when it hits 600. Have we hit 600 yet? Oh, this is core. Sorry. I can't read. Green Arrow, Green Lantern Corps. There we go. Hercules. What the? Huh. Interesting. I will keep on. I don't need to add any more books to my list. Yeah, it's like I said, the die stuff. I like the die stuff. I think it's very hard to read that in single issues. Die is a very hard single issue book to me, so I'm like, I can't. Look, you can get a Lego Brick Erasers pack. Okay, I don't make this stuff up. Pop Kill, Phantom, no. Rebel Boon, Rockefellers, no. Rogue Sun, like I said, a lot of that stuff I get in trade. Dear, did you need the secret Steam Society of horses? No, I can't. I'm just telling you. Here we go. Here's the Sirens book. Yeah, like you knew this was going to be beautiful. So Babstar is actually is the artist on this book. So it's Teenie Howard and Babstar, which I do like Babs a lot, but as much as I like Babs, I don't really like her as much as Tulalote. So I will be getting these Tulalote connecting covers by far. I am not going to sit here and tell you I will read this book. I will sit here and tell you that I will look at the pretty covers. The book's probably good though. It's Teenie Howard, so I enjoy her writing. But all these covers are gorgeous. 1 in 25 is great. Yeah, they're all good. Chew. So Chew's got his cover with Canary. And even this. That's really cool. It's well done. So, but I'll stick with the Tulalote. Yeah, I mean the 1 in 25 is nice, but I don't even know. Maybe I'll have to try to find one later at somewhere else. I can't imagine we'll even get one at the shop, but it's really cool. So anyway, Space Ghost. Somewhere along the line, I missed an issue of Space Ghost, and then it just kind of fell off. So I'll wait for the trades. The Space Ghost come out. I've enjoyed it so far. I just missed an issue somewhere, and I picked up the next issue, and I'm like, I don't know what's going on. So I kind of stopped. Stitch, lots of Stitch covers. You can get a Spawn statue. And Supergirl. Let's make sure. Oh, man, there's all kind of Chrissy Zulo Valentine's card. That's cute. Let's see here. I think I'm going to get the Elizabeth Torque cover for Supergirl. I mean, this one's pretty funny, too. It's a throwback to, like, the old love stories. Will I ever find love? Okay. This cover is actually funny because if you notice, it's got all these guys, and then there's a horse in the background. There's a horse. There's a horse in the lineup. Oh, that's funny. I can't remember that horse's name either. That's pretty funny, though. That's cute. You want to see Amy Reeder's cover for? You never mind. You know what? I'm going to put Amy Reeder's cover on here also. I will decide later which cover I'm going to get. There. Either Amy Reeder or Elizabeth Torque. I like that one because it's streaky too. But anyway, we will move on. I don't need the Valentine's. I ordered the trade last week. Oh, they're reprinting or doing the facsimile edition of the Whatever Happened to the Man of Tomorrow. That's actually really cool. That's pretty cool that they're doing that. I don't need a Superman statue. Don't know what that is. Don't need a disavowed. Thundercats Valentine's Day special. Okay. That's pretty funny. Hey, look, it's a Thundercats blind bag. Yes, they're doing it. All right, so I will tell you I did get a Thundercats the Christmas blind bag, and I did open it. I'm going to post that video tomorrow on YouTube and TikTok. But I will tell you that the actual covers in that blind bag, I still laughed at it because we only got one, and I am the only one that ordered because no one even cared, and it came out last week. But it actually came with like 2 books in it, and they had special blind bag covers. So it wasn't, you couldn't get one of these in that at all. It was its own cover. It was. Yeah. You know what? I'm going to get the blind bag here again. We'll give it a shot. We'll see what they did this time. But yeah, at least they did theirs where it was their own covers. It wasn't an actual one of the regular covers, which was actually nice. So we'll see what happens. If I get it, I get it. If it doesn't, it says it's going to be allocated, but no one's going to order it. Can't imagine it's going to be allocated, but still. Transformers 29. Get the DNA cover. Alt. Sure. There we go. It's funny. Yeah, it's the Marvel thing I think has broken a lot of people at blind bags. But to be fair, the DC one was that way too, right? Like the DC one just had regular covers in it, and the Transformer one was just the regular covers in it, so it was nothing special. But the actual the Thundercats actually had their own. You could get like 5 or 6, different blind bags on that. So I thought that was pretty cool. Yeah, these 1 in 50 Transformer covers are awesome. I'll never get them because they're 1 in 50s, and I can't imagine what they're selling for right now. There's a Vampirella blind bag too. The blind bag's out of control. They're out of control. Don't need Vampirella Winter Special. Don't need World Tree. Heard they were making a TV show out of World Tree, though. That's what I heard. Witchblade Annual. I'm doing the trades on Witchblade. And the Sedgwick cover is really cool, though, but I'm not falling for that trap. Not falling for it. Hey, and we made it to the end of DC, or Lunar. Sorry. I always just could. Lunar started off as the DC, only DC distributor, so I keep stuck in my head. So anyway, not too bad here for my list on this. I'll drop one of the Supergirls, and then I'll not too bad. That's good. That's good. All right, so that was how we do Lunar. So the next one up is Penguin, which is where mostly Marvel and Dark Horse boom. So it's for us to go there. It's PRH Comics. And here we go. So we're at PRH Comics. And you can see here, FOC, January 19th, or these titles. You go in here. As always, they sort by random, and I don't know why. I do not know why. Oh, I haven't heard about the Exquisite Corpse thing, but that makes sense. A lot of these books now are really set up to try to make a TV show or a movie. Like if you some of the all of the Ignition Press stuff is completely designed to basically make a TV show or a movie. Like if you read Voyeur or Beauty or any of that stuff, it is set up to. Well, I think Beauty they're making a show, right? I think Beauty they're actually making a show now on it.
Ask the person who doesn't watch
TV. You usually know these things over there. All right. Anyway, so now we have it sorted A to Z. Once again, Penguin makes things a little bit easier. I just got to click on the heart. It puts it here, and then we can print it off. FX. Okay. Yeah, like I said, a lot of this stuff is they're just trying to make everything into something at some point. All right. 1776. I haven't been dealing with that at all. Maybe in trade eventually. I don't do 30 Days of Nights. Alias Red Band. I'm not getting a Red Band poster, but I will be getting Alias. Second printing of Alice Forever After already. Wow. And number 2. Of course, the Tula Lotte is a 1 in 25. So we will be backing up and we'll just get cover A of Alice Forever After. Oh, wait. No. See what they see. This is the thing with Penguin. You have to keep going because the incentive variant's a 1 in 25. It just doesn't have the trade dress. Here's the Tula Lotte with it, which is fine. So I can get Tula Lotte. There we go. Amazing Spider-Man 22. Hell's Kitchen variant. So I've gotten a few of these, but I will get this one. The DNA red cover with Spider-Woman. Oh, that's the cover I'll get. Can skip the other Spider-Mans. That book has been great, though. Archie Minor Threats, not doing that. Avengers Epic Collection. Nope. Yeah, see, here's a Batman. So they're collecting all the Neil Adams stuff from 67 to 70. Wow. So this is kind of how I'll order here. Gotham by Gaslight. I'll stay away from that. Batman, The Dark Knight Returns, Compact Edition. I have all the compacts. I will keep getting it. I don't need another copy of Batman Returns, but I will I'll get it anyway. Be Not Afraid, number 6. Don't need that. Black Panther. All right. Keep going. That's the other thing with Penguin. You have to keep loading the results. Don't need a Black Panther number 1 anniversary. I do need the Captain America Omnibus, though, because I am getting that. I think I'm gonna go with the Catwolf. I like the Catwolf cover, so I'm gonna do that. So I'll continue on with my Captain America omnibuses. Do you need a chain smoker cat? It's a manga. Daredevil number 1. Hey, look, Daredevil number 1's on F.O.C.
Blind bag.
I'm doing the blind bag thing. I am. I'm going to do the Daredevil blind bag. I'm not going to order any of these other covers. So here we go. There's 16. There's 16 covers, people. 16 covers. Come on. I'm just ordering a blind bag. That is it. The Malieve cover's great. Tamanosian, yeah. Daniel Warren Johnson, Delotto. Wow. Like, it's all great. They're great stuff. Television variant? Jeff Docker. Wow. I mean, look at how Casada did a cover. Peach Momoko. Rose Besh did a cover. She did incentive variants too. Wow. They did a Sal Buscema basically like Champions cover. That's hilarious. It's got Ghost Rider on it. I know what Bill's going to be getting. He's going to be getting that. Yeah, absolutely. Like, if you care, if you care which cover you get, yeah, I would stay away from the blind bags and just get your cover. I don't really care which one I get. It says it's an incentive variant, Bill, but it doesn't. It says hidden gems, so I don't know what that means on this cover. Like, it says incentive, but it doesn't tell you. They're not telling you what this incentive is other than the hidden gem. So I don't know if it's going to be like a 1 in 10 or, yeah, it's a ratio, but I don't know what it is. So we'll see. We'll see. I'm going to just do the blind bag. Whatever. You know what? We'll get whatever we get. And just stay at that. I'm sure we can find you this Buscema cover somewhere. Because I know. Is it going to pop up? Hang on one second. Yeah. That's actually really cool. See, I feel like this is a mistake, right? Like, this seems to be a mistake to make this an incentive cover. I don't know why they do that. It's a kind of annoying. Wow, 1 in 50. Jeez. Yeah, see, that seems like a lot to make that a 1 in 50 cover. But anyway. All right, so we got Daredevil blind bag. That's what I'm getting. There. We'll move off of the Daredevil now. 16 covers for that book, though. That's insane. Daredevil Punisher. Hey, look, there's your Daredevil. See, they don't do a DNA cover, Daredevil Red, for the Daredevil book, but they'll do it for the Daredevil whatever. I don't understand. I don't understand. I love the comic industry. It's my favorite. I love them all. Daily Hands of Kunlun. Yeah, I'm not doing that. Not doing that. So we will move on. Doctor Strange. I read the first issue of that. If you like Doctor Strange, it was fine. But I will just back away. Dungeons of Doom. Man, I really thought that Dungeons of Doom was a one-shot. I guess not. Here's number 2. Tessa's going to be mad at me when she sees this. I thought it was a one-shot. She goes, is that a one-shot? I'm like, I'm pretty positive. I really thought it was a one-shot. I guess they're going to continue. And the X-Men number 1s continue. And this was kind of funny. Generation X23 is kind of a funny title. So X23 is getting her own book again, but it's called Generation X23. I may have to get the first cover just because of the title. Like, come on, that's pretty funny. I'm going to get one just because of the name of the book. I don't really care about the book, but come on. That's really good. We'll see. I'm not going to put it on my list for now, but it's pretty funny. Ghost Compendium Volume 2. Did I get Ghost Compendium Volume 1? Yes. All right. So that means I need a Ghost Compendium Volume 2. Guys, in case you don't know, I'm actually talking to Jacqueline. She's over there. She knows everything that I have, and so it's just easier to ask her. Oh, was it Will of Doom that was the one shot? Right, yeah. I really thought this one was going to be a one shot too. I thought it was all leading into that thing going on. I thought they were doing like multiple one shots leading into that. So yeah, I did read the Will of Doom. I stayed away from this one though. It's the only Doom book that I'll give myself to read. I can only read one Doom book a year. It's Jeff meets Daredevil. Man, this is just Daredevil month, right? It's Jeff. Look at this cover. That's great. Well, let's see here. I'll just get the regular cover. Null number 2. And in case you didn't hear, or if you miss getting null number 1, null number 1's going to second printing, so that should be on F.O.C. in the next week or two. So, because it's null. Sorry, I give anything Venom related a hard time. It's just my thing. Legends Omnibus. I'll stay away from that too. That seems like a bad thing to go in. Deadpool Batman is getting a 4th printing. Wow. I think the comic shop still has tons of second printings. Or at least some second printings. No, there's still some there. There's still a lot of the Batman Deadpool book, but Rise of the Dark Spirit. I get all the Power Ranger trades, so it makes that easy. I think I read the first issue of no, I didn't even read the first issue of Martyr Podcast. I think I picked it up to read, and I gave up before it even started. So I'll stay away from that too. It's too much. My cute cousin always gets her way. An Alabama story. Just so y'all know, Jacqueline and I got married in West Virginia. And when we got our wedding license in West Virginia, there was a box on the wedding license that said, "Are you cousins?" Whatever. It was fine. It was fine. It was pretty funny. Sorry. Okay, good. I'm not gonna. I figured that the trade would be way better for that. A lot of that stuff, like I said, I think a lot of that stuff is actually written to get movies. So I kind of stayed away from the single issues. Sleepy Hollow, Robin, the Bronze Age. Wow. Hey, the Rocketeer's getting the book back. The Rocketeer. That was good. Dave Stevens. They even pulled out an old Dave Stevens cover for it, which is only fair since he created them. Okay, so Psy, I read the first issue of that. It was actually really good. I was impressed with that book a lot. I wasn't expecting a whole lot out of it, but with the different creators in it, it actually turned out to be really, really good. I was somewhat impressed. So if we have any on the rack at the shop, I'll probably read it, but I'll wait for the trade. I don't really need to add more to my list when I can just get it in the trade. Something is Killing the Children, #1, 10th printing. And it's a little late to be doing a 10th printing of Something's Killing the Children. I'm just asking. I'm asking for a friend.
Are we doing a show or something?
They keep saying they're doing a show. They're supposed to be doing a show and an animated series and all kind of things, but Like I heard about it once and then nothing. I heard nothing. You get a Spidey and his Amazing Friends poster, which is pretty funny. Stay away from Star Trek and Star Wars for now. Stay away from these. Hey, Super Knight, the Kryptonite Spectrum. It's a hardcover. Yep, I'm getting it. There we go. I didn't read that. I was kind of waiting for this. It's from the team that does Ice Cream Man. So, huh? What, dear? It's kind of not a horror book, but it's supposed to be kind of strange with the different colors. Yeah, they're definitely trying to hype up stuff for something's killing the children. So, gotcha. So something big is happening. I honestly, I read something's killing the children in the trade, so I don't really pay much attention to it in that sense. Tomb Raider #2. Yeah, I'm getting Tomb Raider. So, and Ultimate Spider-Man 24. Yep. Final issue. So we're finally moving on from Ultimate Spider-Man. So lots of different things there. I'll just get the regular cover for that. That's kind of a cool. See, they did the Ultimate logo in there. That's really cool, actually. I like that a lot. Uncanny X-Men 24. I've been staying away from the Uncanny X-Men's. Hey, look, you can get a McFarlane Toys Gambit variant. Hey, look, speaking of Wheel of Doom, here's the second printing of that. That's pretty funny. Oh, we only got 3 more books. It's probably all Wolverine related. No, they're doing a Wonder Woman Historia Absolute Edition. Huh. $296 pages. All right, I'm in. I loved Wonder Woman Historia. It's really Kelly Sue DeConnick and Nicola Scott. It was great. It was the oversized Black Label stuff from DC. So, but with this being a hardcover, I'll add that to my collection. So, hey, and so we made it to the end. And once again, as always, you go up to your little heart here. You will then see your pull list, right? And then always put it in an order, A to Z. And then you go download PDF. And there's my F.O.C. for Penguin. So I will hit this little button right here up in your top right-hand corner to download. And then I will send this off in the email to the comic shop. So the Lunar stuff I have just put in the email here. I just attach it and say Penguin's attached. And it's kind of helpful for the shop because they can either scan this code right here or they'll just copy and paste the number, your ISBN number here. So this is actually really helpful for the shop to make sure that nothing's mistyped. Because once again, as you can see here, they'll have to put the whole thing in and make sure it's correct. Whereas with Penguin, you could just scan it or put that whole number in there. You know what I'm trying to say. Sorry. There we go. It's not working. Anyway, that is it. That is my F.O.C. for tonight. So that is all the stuff that I'll be ordering. They're coming out in a few weeks. This one wasn't too bad, right? Like 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. But there was 1, 2 big books. So this is an omnibus and this is an absolute. So there was 2 larger books here, but these won't come out. See, so once again, when you're looking at stuff like this, if you notice the Wonder Woman Historia, The on sale date for it isn't until August. So you're F.O.C.ing now for August. The rest of this stuff is coming out in, like, even the Superman Kryptonite is April. Most of the books are 218. The Ghost Compendium is April. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. The trades are much later. This is what, June. So it's not so bad. So I only have really a few things coming out in February. Not a whole lot. So that's it. That's all we got tonight. So that was fun. See if I can. Sorry, I need to figure out my stop sharing here. Stop sharing. Maybe. Stop sharing. It moves all the time. There we go. So there was F.O.C. Hope that was somewhat fun and somewhat enlightening on the stuff that is coming out and how to order. And I will continue to do this every week if you want to join or not as we go through it. I usually make fun of a lot of the stuff that's coming out because sometimes I just don't know why. But anyway, so I hope you have a good night. And if you can join Tess and I on Tuesday as we talk about some of the stuff that comes out this week. So we'll talk to you then. Hope you all have a good evening, and we'll see you later. Bye. I'll try to actually end the stream correctly this time instead of saying not yet end. Bye, everybody.